All right, buckle up, Buttercup. Ever wonder what it would be like if Back to the Future dropped today? No, seriously, imagine Doc Brown rolling up in 2024. He wouldn't be driving a rusty old DeLorean, right? The whole point was it was kind of futuristic then, but also, like, accessible and weird. So, if we're talking modern time travel, what ride would Doc and Marty be cruising in? We are diving deep into the cars that could replace the iconic DeLorean, and trust me, some of these picks are gonna blow your mind. Get ready for some serious automotive time warp speculation. First, we gotta appreciate the OG. The DeLorean DMC-12 wasn't just a car, it was a character. Stainless steel, gull-wing doors, kinda boxy, kinda sleek. It felt like it was from the future but was also a commercial flop in its time, which is wild, by the way. But that made it perfect for Doc Brown, an eccentric genius using an overlooked oddity for his grandest invention. So, for a modern reboot, we need something with that same blend of futuristic and quirky cult classic energy. What could possibly fit that bill now? So, what are we looking for in a new time machine? It needs to scream future but also be a little offbeat, right? Not just any super sleek hypercar. It has to be electric, obviously, because Doc Brown is probably an environmentalist now. It should have some distinctive design element, a conversation starter. And crucially, it needs space for all Doc's gadgets, maybe even a Mr. Fusion equivalent. Oh, and it needs to hit 88 miles per hour, obviously. Let's lay out the rules of engagement for our time-traveling candidates. Okay, let's just get this one out of the way first. The Tesla Cybertruck. I mean, come on. It's like it was designed to be a time machine. The angular, brutalist aesthetic, the exposed stainless steel. It practically screams I'm from the future and I'm here to confuse you. If Doc Brown saw this thing, he'd probably have an aneurysm trying to figure out how to strap a flux capacitor to it, which is exactly the point. It's polarizing, it's groundbreaking, and it looks nothing like anything else on the road. A perfect modern DeLorean, right? The stainless steel exoskeleton of the Cybertruck is a dead ringer for the DeLorean, giving it that indestructible, space-age vibe. And those sharp angles? They're practically begging for some extra time-traveling gizmos to be welded on. Imagine Doc trying to explain why this specific truck to Marty. Because, Marty, its unibody construction provides the perfect resonance chamber for quantum temporal displacement. It's got that I barely fit into regular parking spots energy that the DeLorean also shared. It's just so extra, you know? Just like the DeLorean, the Cybertruck is divisive. Some people love it, some people think it's a joke. But that's exactly what you want for Doc Brown. He's not trying to blend in, he's trying to stand out. He wants a vehicle that screams I'm about to mess with the space-time continuum, not I'm off to pick up groceries. Its sheer audacity makes it a prime candidate. Plus, you can imagine Doc rigging up those massive windows for some advanced holographic displays, right? The possibilities for modifications are endless with this thing. The Cybertruck's massive bed could easily house a modern Mr. Fusion reactor or even double as a mobile lab. Doc could have so much fun with that tonneau cover, maybe turning it into a solar panel array to power the flux capacitor. It's rugged enough for any terrain, from 1885 dusty roads to 2015 hoverboard chases. And let's be real, Doc Brown probably needs a truck to haul all his eccentric inventions. The Cybertruck offers that perfect blend of futuristic aesthetic and practical utility for a mad scientist. All right, shifting gears. What if Doc wanted something a little less intimidating, but still totally unique? Enter the Hyundai Ioniq 5. This car is a masterclass in retrofuturism. It looks like it drove straight out of a forgotten 80s concept car exhibit but with all the modern EV tech. Its pixelated lights and sharp lines give it a distinct sci-fi aesthetic that's subtle yet unforgettable. It's not trying to be a spaceship, but it definitely feels like it could take you to another dimension. It's got that understated cool factor, you know? Those pixelated head and tail lights aren't just a design gimmick. They're a callback to early digital interfaces, creating a cool time-bending visual. Imagine the flux capacitor glowing with a similar pixel pattern. The Ioniq 5 is boxy, yes, but in a refined, deliberate way, much like the original DeLorean had its own distinct geometric appeal. It offers a fresh take on what futuristic means, not just brute force or overt flashness. It's clever, it's thoughtful, and it definitely stands out in a crowded parking lot, which is key for Doc. Underneath that cool exterior, the Ioniq 5 is packed with cutting-edge EV tech. It supports ultra-fast charging, which is great when you're in a hurry to save the timeline. But here's the kicker, its vehicle-to-load, or V2L, function. You can literally plug appliances into the car and power them. Imagine Doc running his entire mobile lab off the Ioniq 5. No more hunting for power outlets in the past, just plug in and invent. It's the ultimate portable power source for a time-traveling scientist. This feature alone makes it a serious contender, don't you think? Now, for something a bit different. What if Doc Brown wasn't just stuck in the suburbs? What if his experiments took him off-road, into the wilderness, or even to a prehistoric era? Then he'd need a Rivian R1T. This all-electric adventure truck is rugged, incredibly capable, and still has that futuristic, sleek design. It's got a bit of that Mad Max meets Silicon Valley vibe, which is kinda perfect for Doc, who's often in precarious situations. It's practical, powerful, and ready for anything. A true time-traveling utility vehicle. The Rivian R1T's gear tunnel, a pass-through storage compartment between the cab and the bed, is an inventor's dream. Imagine Doc stashing away all sorts of temporal displacement units or extra plutonium, or hydrogen, for the modern version, in there. Plus, it has phenomenal off-road capabilities. If Doc needs to escape a band of hostile cavemen or navigate a post-apocalyptic wasteland, the R1T won't even break a sweat. It's got the ground clearance and the torque to get him out of any tight spot in any timeline. Seriously versatile. While rugged, the R1T's design is still undeniably modern and sleek, with its signature stadium headlights giving it a friendly yet determined face. It doesn't look like an old beat-up truck. It looks like a truck that's ready for the future, and whatever it throws at you. The interior is equally futuristic and minimalistic, providing a clean slate for Doc to install his myriad of flashing lights and temporal readouts. It combines form and function in a way that feels very Doc Brown, practical, innovative, and a little bit quirky. It's got that I know what I'm doing, trust me vibe. Okay, hear me out. What if Doc Brown got a huge government grant for his time travel research? Or maybe he just invented something super valuable in the future. Then he might splurge on a Lucid Air. This isn't just an EV, it's a luxury electric sedan that pushes the boundaries of range and performance. It's incredibly aerodynamic and looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. It's sleek, sophisticated, and incredibly fast. Maybe a bit too flashy for Doc, but the tech inside is undeniably time machine worthy. What do you think? The Lucid Air Grand Touring, for instance, boasts an insane range and incredible horsepower. Imagine Marty shouting, "Great Scott, Doc, is this thing powered by a warp drive?" as they hit 88 miles per hour in like 2 seconds. That kind of instant torque is perfect for making those quick temporal jumps. And the range? Doc wouldn't have to worry about running out of juice while stranded in 1885. This car is built for speed and endurance, qualities essential for any successful time-traveling escapade. Wouldn't you agree? It's a powerhouse. Inside, the Lucid Air is pure space-age luxury. Its massive curved glass cockpit and futuristic controls would provide Doc with the perfect interface for his time-traveling calculations. He could probably integrate the flux capacitor directly into the infotainment system, which is wild, by the way. It offers a level of refinement and advanced tech that none of the other contenders quite match. Maybe Doc, after decades of inventing, deserves a little comfort while traversing the space-time continuum. It's definitely a compelling argument for the wealthier Doc Brown. But wait, what if Doc still wanted that classic car feel, but with modern tech? He could totally take a vintage car, like maybe a classic Ford Bronco, and electrify it, decking it out with solar panels and a custom time travel interface. Think Restomod but for time travel. It keeps the aesthetic nod to the past, but the guts are all future. This would align with his ingenuity and resourcefulness, taking something old and making it revolutionary. It's a very Doc Brown move, actually, to Frankenstein something together. No matter the car, the biggest question is always, where does the flux capacitor go? With these modern electric vehicles, the power source is already there. Would need some cool visual effect, maybe a glowing pulse emanating from the car's charging port, or integrated into the battery pack itself. And those wires that Doc always had running everywhere? Modern wireless tech could replace them, making the interior much sleeker, but still with some visible, pulsating energy source. It'd be a blend of high-tech minimalism and raw, untamed temporal power. Imagine the light show. So, after all that speculation, if *I* were making the call for a Back to the Future reboot today, which car would I choose? Honestly, it's a tough call between the Cybertruck and the Ioniq 5. But I think I'd lean towards the Tesla Cybertruck ***. It just has that undeniable, in-your-face, future is now, whether you like it or not energy that screams Doc Brown. It's polarizing, it's unique, it's got that stainless steel, and it truly feels like a modern equivalent to the revolutionary yet flawed DeLorean. It's just so perfectly *eccentric. What do you think of my choice? All right, future historians and gearheads, it's your turn. Which car do you think Doc Brown would be driving if Back to the Future was made today? Was it the radical Cybertruck? The retro-futuristic Ioniq 5? The adventurous Rivian R1T? The luxurious Lucid Air? Or maybe something else entirely that I missed? Let me know your top pick in the comments below, and tell me why *. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more crazy hypotheticals, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see you in another timeline. Peace out, and keep time traveling.